Hi there, welcome my dear students. In this lecture, I'm going to teach you how you can create an animated login form similar to this one. And if you have not subscribed my channel, kindly please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon as well. And if you do like my video, kindly please hit the like button and do some comments. And I'm going to create more projects for you. This is my new channel, and hope so you will get some exciting videos on the way soon. So let's start. So I'm gonna close this one, and here I have created a boilerplate for you guys to save the time. I have here the markup language, markup of HTML and some CSS, and I have already created the app.css file here, and it's linked. So let's get dive into it, and let's come up here and hit the enter. And before starting, I would like to introduce you. Like I have integrated the Google Fonts here. I'm using the Poppins as a font family, and throughout the project we are going to use the Poppins font family in our project. Okay, now I'm going to create some HTML tags here. Let's finish up the our markup first for the project, and before starting the project, let me run the live server. So I have an extension in the Visual Code, and I will click here to open up this project, the live server. So I will click on go live. So this is going to run the live server here. I will come up here and I will hit enter, and here I will create a class with the name of animated hyphen box, and inside that I need the form tag, and as well I will write a class name for this. I will say login form, and I will hit enter. I will leave this section as it is. I don't have to do anything with this. Let me make this a little bit bigger here. Okay, so I will create a tag with the name of page2, and I will say login form. Next thing is I need three inputs here. I will say input and I will say multiply by 3. So I need three input tags. I will hit enter and push them on the second line, and from here this is gonna type text, and we need the placeholder, and I will say placeholder, that is going to be enter username, and the second one is going to be enter password, and the type is going to be password for the password, and the third thing is going to be type is going to be our submit, like the submit button, and we need the value for this, and value is going to be like login, and we need some class name here as well, and we are gonna say that um, login submit. And after that I need link, I need a like div here, and I will say that ptn, or I will say link group, for example, or I can just say links, and inside that I need two anchor tags, and I will say this is going to be hash, and after that I will say here forget password to complete the design. P is going to be capital, and this is going on to the second line, and this is going to be hash, and here I will say sign in. Okay, so this is our basic login form, and here now we don't have to do anything with the HTML. We need to work in the our CSS. So here I have write down some universal CSS here, margin 0, padding, and border box size is equal to like border box. And after that, the font family that we have imported from the Google here, we have linked the font family as well here. Okay, let's start working onto this animated box. So I will copy the animated box class from here, and I will say animated box, and after that inside I need to say position is going to be relative, and width we want, I'm sorry, one second, and width we want 100, sorry, not 100, 400 px, and after that height is going to be the same, 400 px, and if I save that, okay, let's do something more, some more work on here, and I will say display flex, and I will say align items, that is going to be center, for this, and after that justify content, that is also going to be center. If I save that, can you see it's coming down here, but still it's not in the center. That will come along once we finish our work. There are a lot more work we have to do on this, and we need to set up background, and I'm going to explain this property. Let me write down that I'm going to use a property here, a value here, repeating hyphen conic gradient. So I'm going to put some gradient, so that will create a beautiful gradient fact that we on which we are going to apply the animation. So here I will say from, like where from we want to start our animation. I will say here var, and inside of var I'm going to put a variable hyphen hyphen a, and we are going to put some values of here, like the angle values, like from which angle this needs to be start. And after that we are going to give the color, that is going to be hash f9 2b73, and we are going to say start from 0%, and that will go to, again, let me copy this color, or let me write down this whole thing, and after that I'm going to explain you like what is this we are doing here. Okay, so this part, this part defines that the colors and stops for the gradient. So basically it's starting from here, like it's starting from the 0°, and its transition to transparent, that is like the 5% of the gradient, and remains the transparent is 35%, like from 5% to 35%, and then the transition back to the 50%. uh, sorry, from 35% to 50%, not directly to the 50%. It's going from 35% to the 50%. This is a little bit tricky. Once you do the practice, and you will know, like when you change the values, and you will know like how this is working here. Okay, after this we need to put a key of the animation here. Animation, this is our animation property, and we're going to name our animation, that is going to be animate, and we are going to define the speed, that is going to be for us linear and infinite. Like we don't want this to be stop, we want this to be revolving when we are going to work on that. Okay, the next thing is we need border radius, and we will do that later on once we have the visual. And let's start work on the animation part, and on this variable a that we have defined here. So here we will write add property, and after that we will say the variable that we have created above, that was hyphen hyphen here, we will call that variable. So inside that we are gonna say syntax, and we will say syntax is going to be angle, and after that, one second, after that inherits, we are gonna say inherit is going to be false, like whatever the value is there before that, we are setting that don't inherit any value, we are setting that to false. And here we are gonna set the initial value, that is going to be 0°. So basically this blocks define a custom property name, like this hyphen hyphen a, that is our variable, and that this custom property allow us to define our own variable in the CSS. And this syntax property and the value angle, it is specify the expected syntax for the custom property. In this case it's an angle, and inherit false. This custom property doesn't inherit its value from the parent element. And the third thing is the initial value, that is going to be 0°. It sets the like initial value of a variable, this hyphen hyphen a variable, to 0°. Basically this is what this custom property is doing. So the next thing that we have to do, that is going to our keyframes, like this animation, we need to animate this. Let me save that, and here I'm gonna say that at key frames, and the identifier, in the identifier we are gonna put our animation name, and our animation name is animate. And inside that we are gonna specify like our animation is going to start from the 0°, and from the 0°, our hyphen hyphen a value is going to be 0°. And after that we are gonna say that this is going to be on 100%, from 0 to 100%, and that is going to be hyphen hyphen a. Let me scroll down a little bit, hyphen a, and after that we are going to define that this is going to be 360 degree, and I will save that. Right now you can't see anything because we need to do some work on that. So in the after, we need to set the background color for this form, and there is one more thing that we have missed. We need to come up here and we need to define the body. Like we need to, in the body we need to define the color. So first of all we will say display flex, and after that we are gonna say align item center, and we are gonna say justify content, that is also going to be center. And here minimum height, we are gonna say 100 VH. If we are not doing the minimum height, it's in the center, line item is center, justify content is in the center, and but right now our content is not in the middle. So for that purpose we must, if we want this to be implement perfectly fine on this form, we need to specify the height, minimum height 100 VH. So can you see it's in the middle of the page. And after that we need to specify the background color, and that is going to be hash 232 42b, and I will save that. We have a background color as well that I have shown you on the start. So we have the background color, and after that we are going to work in the after first, so we can see some visual here like the form background and the stuff. Now here I will say animated box, and I will say after, in the after I'm gonna put some text. I will say content is going to be empty. So, and after that I will say position is going to be absolute, and because here can you see here we have put the position relative, so this is gonna be position absolute, and we say inset 8 pixels, and after that background. So this is where we're gonna see the beautiful background on the behind of the our form, and we're gonna say hash 2321 and 23, and we'll save that. And can you see we have a beautiful background here. And after that we are gonna say border radius, that is going to be 15 pixels, and after the border radius we need to put some border color as well. So let me do that, border, and I will say border is going to be 9 px, and that is going to be solid, and after that I need to put the border color as well. So 33312e, and let me save that. And here you go, can you see we have a beautiful border as well. And this is done. Now we need to do something. Right now this is here, and let me check why our animation is not working. One second. Okay, there is one thing that is not working. Our gradient is not working. This background that we have added, this repeating conic gradient, it's not working. So there is something mess. We have missed one comma here. So if we put that here, and if I save that, can you see the beautiful animated gradient is here now. So if I remove this property from here, this custom property, this is not gonna work. This is gonna still here. And so it's important, like this needs to be here. So this if we have to make this work, so this must be enabled. Okay, now the second thing that we need is we have like one gradient that is animated here. It's revolving around here. So can you see that the border of this animation, if I stop this animation, let me stop this animation. Can you see the border of this animation? It's rectangle, it's not rounded. Like this border, it's rounded, but this one is not rounded. So what we have to do, we need to come up here and we need to say border radius, that is going to be 20 pixels, and let me uncomment this one, and if I save that, can you see the border now? The border of this animation, it's rounded now. Okay, okay, now let's work on the second box, that is going to be in the before, like not the second box, that is going to be our second gradient. So I'm gonna pick this one, animated box, and after that I'm gonna say before, and inside the before the content is going to be the empty. We are not gonna put anything inside that. And second, we are gonna say position absolute, so that can be revolved around the box, around our card that we have created. And after that we need height, that is width, sorry, that is going to be 100%. And after that we need the height, that is also going to be 100%. And after that we need the background color. So for background color, I'm just gonna copy this one, or I'm just gonna copy all of these three properties, and I will paste that here. Okay, now we need to change the color. I will do Control D to select all of these colors, and I'm gonna say the next color is B3DEC1. This is gonna our second color, and there is one more thing that we need to do. If I do Control S, can you see that it's overlapping on our other background? So we are gonna say that we want some delay in the animation, and animation, and after that it's going to be delay, and we are gonna say -1 second. So this will be like this will run after the first animations run. So if I save that, and can you see it's running very beautifully now. So the next thing is we need to beautify our this stuff. The form one that is not appearing here, it's behind this and behind the card, and we need to work on that. So we will come up here, and here I will pick up the class with the name of login form. I will say login form, and inside that we have h2, and we will say that is going to be sorry, not directly h2. We need to work on simple form first. So we are gonna say position, that is going to be relative, and after that width is going to be 100%, and after that we are gonna say display flex, and I will save that. Can you see it's appearing here but not on the front of the on our card? So after that we are gonna say align item center, and after that we need to say justify content center, and if I save that, it's in the center but still it's not appearing on the front. We will fix that right now. And after that, the flex direction, we need to change the flex direction. Right now it's in the row. We want this into be into the column, so we will say flex direction, that is not going to be auto, that is going to be column. So I will save that. Oh, it's font display, I'm sorry, that is going to be flex direction, that is going to be column. So this is in the column. Right now it's not appearing, it's behind the card, and we will take up on the front. Right now we are moving there, and we are gonna say z index, and that is going to be 1000. And can you see, we can see this is in the front now. Okay, there is one more thing we need to do. Right now there is not enough gaps between these columns. So what we can do, we can say gap 20 pixels, and if I save that, can you see we have a beautiful gap here. And there is one more thing that we have to do, that is going to be padding, and we are gonna say top bottom 0, and from left right we want to do 40 pixels, and I will save that. So if I do if you do the inspect, you will you can see the padding as well. So the next thing that we have to do is we need to work on our login form, the h2. So I'm gonna copy this, I will paste that here, and I will say h2, and inside h2 I will say color is going to be the white, and our font weight our font weight is going to be 600 for this. We have already attached the pop-ins on the top, so here can you see it's white, and we have the font weight as well. Okay, after that can you see we have inputs here. These inputs, we need to work on our inputs as well to make this beautiful. So I will come up here, I will say login hyphen form, and after that that is going to be input. So input, that is going to be position, and it's going to be relative, and width is going to be 85% here. Oops, that is going to be 85 only, 85%. Why it's not working? Oh, I have missed the column, that's why it's not working. 85%. I will save that. Can you see it's expanded now? And after that I need to give a background, and the background is going to be RGBA, and that is going to be 255, and that is going to be same for the green and same for the blue, and for the alpha that is going to be 0.1. I will save that, and we will have a background for that. Okay, after the background, we need to add some padding as well. So we will say padding is going to be 10 pixel top bottom, and left right is going to be 15 pixel. If I save that, can you see it's expanded? So we are gonna say there is a border, and we are gonna say border is going to be none. If I save that, the border is gone, and we are gonna say outline. We also want no outline. If there is any kind of outline, we are gonna say disappear that outline. So after that, we need to put some border radius for these inputs, and we will say border radius, and that is going to be 5 pixel, and it's looking much better. So after that, the color is going to be white. And one more thing, you can see this last pass thingy here. Let me remove from Chrome. Let me do that. Let me refresh. That is gone now. And after that, I'm gonna say font size. Font size, that is going to be 1 em, and I will save that. The its font size has been increased. Now we need to work on the letter spacing. That is going to be 0.05 em, and we have some letter spacing now. Okay, the next thing that we have to work on, that is going to be our placeholder. So we are gonna say login from input, and on the input we are gonna work on the placeholder. So we are gonna say placeholder, and the placeholder, we are gonna give the color to the placeholder, and that is going to be RGBA. And same 220, it's 255 for the red, green, blue, but the alpha value is going to be 0.5. So can you see it's looking more better now? Okay, once we are done with this one, we need to work on the button, that is, and here we have given a class name here with the name of login submit. So we will pick up the class login submit, and inside that we are going to say font weight is going to be 600. Let me save that. It's looking a little bit prominent. So background is going to be white. I'll save that. Can you see we have a beautiful background now? And after that, I'm going to change the color of the button. That is going to be hash to d, this one. I will save that. Our button is visible now. And if I hover on the button, can you see there is no cursor there? So I'm gonna put the cursor as well. So I will say cursor, that is going to be the pointer, and after that I'm gonna put some transition as well on there, and I will say transition is going to be 0.5 s, that is going to be on the button. And text align, it's already in the center, but still I'm gonna say text into the center. So can you see there is a you have seen that there is a animation. So after that, we need to pick up this one, and we need to put some hover effect as well. So I'm gonna say hover, and on the button, when someone hover on the button, I will say background, and background is going to be b3, hash b3 dc1, and the color, we are going to put the color as well when the background is changed. Obviously we want to change the color, so that is going to be 0101, not this one, 011424. That looks much better. If I save that, and if I hover on the button, can you see our text is getting changed the color? So the next thing is we need to work on these links. So I will pick up this class with the name of links, and I will come up here and I will say form dot links, and inside that I'm gonna say width is going to be 85%. Yeah, and after, if I save that, can you see the width is 85% now? But still they are in the one line. I don't want these to be in one line, so I will say deflex. If I save that, and after that there is one more thing, I want to align these items into the center. So these are in the centers vertically, and after that I want them into the, like, I want to put some space between them. So I will say justify content space around. Now it's going to be between, and if I save that, can you see there is a space between them now? Okay, the next thing is we need to work on these anchor tags that we have added here, and we are gonna say form dot links, and inside that we have anchor tag, and we are gonna say color is going to be RGBA, and that is going to be 255, and I'm gonna paste the same for the green and for the blue as well, and the alpha value is going to be 0.75. So here, can you see it's visible, but there is something else. There is a line that is coming under the text, and we're gonna say text decoration, that is going to be none, and that is gone now. So let's do one more thing. We want to change the color of this last anchor tag. So we are gonna say I'm just gonna copy this one. I will paste that, and I'm gonna say last child of anchor tag, pick up that one. And here I'm gonna say color for the text, that is going to change. We're gonna say this pinkish color, and after that we're gonna say font weight, that is going to be 500. If I save that, we have a beautiful animated login form now. And if you can see, this is the responsive one. We are on the small screen and it's looking better. If I make this more small, okay, that's it. I can't go more small. So if I increase this, and it's gonna look perfectly fine. It's in the center from top, bottom, and left, right. It's perfectly in the center. So that's it. Our login form is done. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. And soon I will post more videos. I'm gonna post some more themes, like how you can create a full website from scratch to end. So if you want to stay updated with my latest video, kindly please hit the bell icon and subscribe my channel as well. Thank you. See you in the next lecture. Take care. Bye bye.